Welcome back. I am your exhaust guy. Man, I guess I've done about 10 flex pipes in the last week or so here. We're on to this Honda. Let me show you what's up. Near death situation here. I know that the keyboard warriors are out there like, oh yeah, that's good for another 200,000 miles. And that's what this side started to look like about a year ago, and just someone just neglected to maintain it. Alright, so the flex pipe's leaking there. And then I almost missed the exhaust studs are in the same exact position here, that they're near rotted out. So if you're not replacing a whole front pipe and you go in here with a Sawzall, as soon as you start working on this stuff, that stuff's gonna rattle apart. So what we're gonna do is fix that. You have a few options if you're gonna do this yourself. Is one, stud extract, or do what I do, which is heat them up and melt them off of the studs, and then split them is probably what I'll do there. And we're gonna cut this section out, and then we're gonna cut all this garbage out, and then we're gonna replace it. I am your exhaust guy. What is that saying? They always say, there's a saying like, always people try to duplicate it. Replicate it, but never duplicate it.
Sure.
Something like that?
Something like that.
Yeah. So let's get into it. Let me find you a spot where you can watch, and watch me cut this apart so I can get started on it. So we were told to bobo this up. There is no boboing this up. Maybe your bobo mechanics will tape it together and JB weld it, but yeah, there's no boboing this up. It's either you fix it my way or you replace the whole system. That's where you're at. So let's get you some viewing pleasure. Can you see me now? All right, at least we got something going on there. So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna cut this, and I'm gonna cut this, and I usually pull this cross member off just to give myself some area to work. Let's see what these bolts are, if they're gonna be happy today or not. I don't feel like chasing down WD-40.
What do you do for restricting adjustments?
So we're gonna spray some stuff up in here. It doesn't have to be anything fancy. Anything to gain access to the portholes. So one of the most important things I teach my guys is that we're not working on new cars. And what do I say, Caleb? Lubricate everything.
Yep. When I'm not lubricating, most of the time.
If he's not lubricating. What's your question?
I said, not a question, but a need for a resistance test. Says the pad wear on the rear left is a lot more than the pad wear on the rear right.
At this mileage, tires are about shot.
Because this is where I hear most of the squealing from. This whole time, I'm guessing sitting on the squealer, and there's that looks like it's going to be close.
Take a picture of the tires. If he's not going to service the dip, at least change the fluid in it. If you didn't see it. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
I know he's trying to, keep up on it. And the left, and the front tires too. Did we put tires on this car?
I don't think so. I know we did bunch work through it.
He drive the shit out of this?
No, we're only at 305. He was just at 300-ish when last time he was here. He hasn't put much mileage on this since he was here last.
I think he's serious. Okay, let me start cutting. Some facts about this job, and this goes for everybody who's seeking exhaust repairs versus replacement, is that 99% of the shops around here, all they can do is bolt on everything. 99% of the shops. What does that mean to you as a customer? That means you spend 10 times more the money at Pep Boys or Ivan's or Mongo's or anyone else unnecessarily. And that's a fact. They don't have the tooling, the equipment, the experience, the welding, the techniques, the ways to save, the way to, there are shops I do exhaust for that have been around longer than me who still don't know how to diagnose and repair exhaust systems. So for me, I know the systems, I work it, I've been doing it for a long time. I know where I can save customers money and where I cannot. And then this system here will probably get another 10 years possibly out of the rest of it, possibly. The car will be in the junkyard by then. A Honda Pilot of this age probably won't see 300,000 miles. There's just too many unmaintained items on this vehicle as it changes hands, right? The first customer, then the second customer. I say this is probably on the third customer. I could be wrong. It's gonna
service the dips on this?
This? Oh, I don't know.
I feel like we did.
It will spit a drive shaft, that's for sure, or a U-joint will fail, but let's keep moving. So we're gonna cut this out, we're gonna cut this out. Let's say, what's in my way here? This does have the shield. I'm surprised that shield's still on it. So I have to pop that shield off or torch it off. But the pipe is so old, I'm not sure what I want to do exactly. So that's cut out. So let's try and pull this cross member. See if we get any luck. Yeah, she's going to be a long time estimating that and just keep pulling apart the Subaru. Stay blessed, my brother. All right, so I don't need to take out every bolt in the bracket here. Just take this and get it out of your way. No need for any of that. Make sure your hose is not in the way. Make sure you got no hose in the way. And out with the junk. Yeah. So now this gives me more access to work on these studs that are, the nuts are about ready to vibrate off. There's nothing left to that. It's even worse on the backside. So I have some ninja that I do to these depending on the situation. What I'm going to do now is just I'm going to heat them up. I'm going to melt those nuts off. So you can watch some of the action there. Action Jackson. And there's still some good exhaust guys around here. I just haven't met any. I mean, we've had some guys here that I tried teaching the exhaust to. Yeah, I wouldn't say they were any good. I actually liked one of Dylan's videos by mistake yesterday. And then he actually, on TikTok, and then he messaged me. I was like, oh boy, I'm not your girlfriend, Dylan. I don't want to break your heart, but I didn't mean to. So let me show you the Ninja. Never duplicated. That's a fact. So you see that? So now that the studs are split with the torch, I'm gonna go up there and I'm gonna hit them. I'm gonna hit them with something. I'm not really sure. I have multiple ways that I like to do this. Sometimes it's just a matter of using a screwdriver and knocking them free. I'm going to tell you, they don't look like they're in the happy position that they want to come right on. So let's just try this. Sharpen my shit. So it's okay if you mess up the lower thread of the stud. You can always chase it, or you can always put a washer and cover the thread that you've damaged. So let me just show you how this works. All you curious minds out there. So now see it's split. The nuts split off. I'm going to do that to the rest of them. Yeah, baby, she hit the ground. And it doesn't matter which way you try and get these off of the stud. You just want to get them off the stud. Sometimes I heat them up until they're liquid and they just drip right off. Somebody commented like, oh yeah, those Honda exhaust studs, they always come out. No, they don't, dude. I've been doing this since 1991 professionally. I'm sure my experience far more than yours. They don't always come out. Depending on what part of the world you're in. If you're not in the Rust Belt, yeah, I agree. You're never going to deal with the shit that we deal with, or that South Main Erico deals with. So that's two. And then this one up here.
You know how often I see videos of the Rust Belt making fun of Rust Belt mechanics?
Yeah.
They're like, Rust Belt mechanics will never see this, and they're doing a wheel bearing, and it just falls.
And it just falls right out?
Falls right out after they hold.
Yeah, that's a fact. And then this one was kind of molten. Now with being distracted, working on these cars, these Hondas specifically, that if I don't check these bolts and then I go and hit this job where the saw's on, typically the pipe falls off in my hands. So now that these cars are getting older, right, I have to pay closer attention to what I'm looking at, because a video I did 5 or 10 years ago is not a video that's going to go on today, 10 years later, with rust and corrosion and stuff that people don't fix. And like this stuff should have been addressed long ago, but if it ain't broke, don't fix it. That isn't always the case in our business. There is such a thing as maintenance. Like I go up and maintenance the gutters on the roof, and someone said they want a $50,000 discount off the business because of the roof leaks. I'll fix the roof, sir. Don't worry about that. We fix everything that's broken around here.
Yep.
Or wears out. So now let me show you what we got here. I hope you guys learned a useful lesson today. This will save you tons of headaches in your life. So you could chase these with the thread chaser. I will tell you that Honda studs They're not the grade of material you actually think they are, but they are a better grade of the bolts. So I'll possibly chase them because this one is so dirty in the threads that I don't feel like effing with it. So I'll probably chase that. Then I'll start building my flex pipe. I'll go inside of here. I'll put my flex pipe there, and then I'll put a catalytic converter back there. And let's go over to the non-monitored section and see what I have to fit. Because I forgot to order parts the other day. Okay, we're gonna make you fit. All right, so the important part of this video is I'm your exhaust guy. Often replicate it, but never duplicate it. I think that's what the saying is. Money saving madness. All right, I'm not gonna bore you with this. I'll bring you back when I'm finished though. Thanks for watching. Often imitate it, never duplicate it. That's it, something like that. Thanks for watching.